Hi guys, this is Shrishti and she's Adya, my daughter. And today I am talking about 5 love languages. So why she's here, I don't know. She's not required in the video today, but she's there. So she'll be doing her makeup with her kids wala makeup, and I'll be talking to you all. So let's go. So many of us feel so acts of service mean So hey guys, welcome back. I tried to shoot it with my daughter, but you know what happened. So now again I'm reshooting this video because I really wanted to do it today. So what we were talking about is 5 love languages. This is by author Gary Chapman, and he wrote this book beautifully, and every one of us should read it. This is not a sponsored video, and of course it can't be sponsored. I don't have that subscribers right now, but yeah, it is a really good book, and I was reading it recently for the second time, so I thought to discuss this with you all, that what are the few important things that we really need to understand about this book. So the author says that love ends after almost 2 years of marriage, and sincerity is not enough for a relationship. You need to understand your partner's primary love language. So what these love languages are, and what is the love tank, how it gets full, and what we need to understand about our love language and our spouse's love language or our partner's love language. So there are these 5 languages that he's trying to make us understand about. Our first one is the word of affirmation. The second one is quality time. Third one is receiving gifts. Fourth one is acts of service. And fifth one is the physical touch. So I will 5 languages we all need to understand, because this is the basic as per this author, and we all have this love languages and we understand this, but every one of us have a separate primary language, of course among in these 5 only, but we have a specific primary love language, and all these 5 we understand. So what is the words of affirmation? That is the first love language that author explains to us. Words of affirmation means whenever we are talking to our partner, we must include a lot of compliments. We talk good words to each other. We just acknowledge what he or she has done to us. This is the words of affirmation. I'm just doing it so quickly. Then the second one is the quality time. Quality time need not to be involved with the gadget timings or the movie timings. Quality timings need to be with the quality activities that you're doing with your partner. Maybe that could be a game, ludo, picture rescue, or anything, that game which you can play with your partner, and that includes a lot of conversation and laughter along, and you are exchanging a lot of good moments together. So that means the quality time. This third one is receiving gifts. Receiving gifts means sometimes some specific person just becomes so happy when he receives or when she receives gifts. So if her primary language is receiving gifts, then you have to make sure that you are giving her gifts every now and then. And then that gift need not to be very expensive. That can be a rose, that can be a token of love, which is a pie, or some cake that you're bringing without any occasion, that need not to be a specifically birthday or anniversary. If you're doing it without any occasion, then it will really going to make a very very good impact. Now the fourth love language that author talks about is acts of service. Now acts of service means you have to be very compassionate about each other and do little things that lowers her or his burden. So that is the act of service. So if I quote it with some example, like if I want my uh, place clean, if I like my utensils to be clean all the time, I like my kitchen clean, and if my husband is cleaning some utensils just while passing here and there, and if he's just picking up his things and placing it back on the place, then only I'll be happy. So this is the acts of service uh, as per the love language. Now, the fifth love language that author talks about is physical touch. Now, physical touch needs not to be physical intimacy in any way. That can be anything, just holding her hand in public, just giving him a pat on the back, just, cuddling with the cheeks, giving a little peg every now and then over the cheek, and just, assuring her or him that you are there and you are just there, physically bonded with him or her every time. So that's the physical touch in the love language. So now if you all understand what the love languages are, now the second step comes is you need to understand your primary language and your partner's primary language. Because till you're talking in her primary language and he's talking in or you're talking in his primary language, your love tank is not going to be fueled properly. So you'll not feel happy and contented. So you need to understand what his primary language is, right? So let me give you an example. If my primary love language is the words of affirmation and my husband's primary love language is quality time, then we need to understand this, and he need to give me compliments every now and then whenever I'm doing anything for him. And even if I'm not doing anything for him, I'm just looking good, and he need to tell me that, yeah, you're looking good, and today you have done something different and everything. So this will fuel up my tank instantly, and I will feel so happy. In the same way, if he wants me to be gadget free and just sit with him and play some games and just talk a lot and have some a good time together, a dinner, a walk, so I need to find some time for him and just give him that quality time, then that will fuel up his love tank. So we can all talk in all the love languages, all the five love languages, but we need to specifically take care of that primary love language, that is his primary love language, and he needs to take care about my primary love language. This is how it works. So let me quote you this with a better example. There is this husband and this wife. So his primary love language is physical touch, and her primary love language is quality time. So she is giving her everything, like giving him compliments and just doing the acts of service, because she's preparing lunches, dinners, and everything that he likes for him. Then she's giving her quality time. She's trying to give him compliments every now and then, and giving gifts and everything. But she's not a so touchy type of person, so she's not just being so physical with him every now and then. She's not giving him hugs every now and then. So his love tank is getting emptied day by day. It's not getting that fueled up. It's not getting fueled up that rapidly that it should be. And the same thing is with her, like he's giving him compliments, sorry, and the same thing is with her. He's giving her compliments and gifts and the acts of service and physical touch every now and then, but not giving the quality time that she needs. So they are not understanding each other's primary love language, hence the clashes are coming and their love tanks are getting emptied day by day. So till she understands that what his primary love language is, and he understands what her primary love language is, they are not going to make this bond so strong, and they will not stay happy. Okay, so that is the need of understanding primary love language. Now the same thing happens with children as well, because this love tank is there, like emotional tank is there since birth. So when you are keeping it empty, you're not fueling it with a lot of love and compassion and understanding and everything that the child needs, it stays empty for years, and then that child tend to seek this love or compassion from outside the world. So as a parent, we need to understand that our child needs a lot of hugs, a lot of kisses, a lot of good words, a lot of motivation, and everything that will keep her or his tank fueled every time. And then this fueled up tank will give him or will give this child a lot of self confidence that is going to help him in the future. So this is how this love languages work, and of course there's no language is better than love. And there are these other things which make it worse, is when you judge the other person a lot, you're not acknowledging the work that she or he is doing for you, you're just dragging small issues a lot, you're allowing third person in your relationship, and you're not able to resolve your issues among yourselves. So these are little things that I feel if they're there in the relationship, then it becomes very difficult to make it a happy one. So this is it for this video. I hope I'm clear about the points, and if you really want to go in depth of this topic, then you should read this book, Five Love Languages. Once this lockdown is over, you can order it from Amazon. Of course, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just liking the points that author has written, and there's a need of this in this hour when there are a lot of divorce rates are there in the country or across the world, and people are just taking their relationships very casually. They're not respecting their partners, and a lot of things are missing, and they're just living their lives mechanically without love, and they're feeling that this is the life that we're supposed to have after marriage. So these are the things that we should acknowledge, and we should understand that if you're living together, you should live with a love and happiness, which is very very necessary, because it is taking toll on n number of issues. Your self-esteem will be low if you're not happy. You will be lesser confident in front of the world if you're not having your love tank fueled up. So you have to be very happy and contented when you are facing the world, because when you're backed up with love, then you can face everything that is coming in front of you. So hope I'm clear in the things that I'm telling you. Just go and read this book once you're able to. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you like this video. Please share this with your friends and the couples that are newly wedded or living a life together since so many years, because sometimes people are living since 30 years but the love is missing. So they also need to understand this. And comment me here down below in the section and let me know if you really like the video. So bye bye, stay tuned, stay home, stay healthy, happy and loving. Bye bye, take care, and do subscribe.